Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're watching. Vincent here. This is just a fun class, just doing it for fun, because I want to stay connected with you. So basic yoga from start to finish. There's plenty of opportunities to challenge yourself with choosing the intensity of each pose that we do. Slowing it down when you need to, and never worrying if you need to slow down or take a rest. If that's what your body's asking for, then that's what you need to do. And that is part of an integral yoga practice. We'll be here about 30 minutes, maybe a little less. Starting from right now, bringing hands into Anjali Mudra. Breathing through the nose if we can. If we have congestion, then just shape your lips like you would do when you're blowing out a birthday candle. Changing the shape of your mouth as you need to accommodate a mellow flow of breath that's steady, comfortable, and strong. When we breathe through the nose, it typically gives that little bit of slowdown to our breath. It allows us to have a bit of resistance, both drawing the breath in and letting the breath out. That gets us back in rhythm with the full potential of the body, allowing us to utilize our lungs, all the surface area of our lungs, by not breathing too fast. So another breath or two. Exhale the hands right overhead, opening the shoulders back. Shoulders ultimately remain in line with your hips. Like they do when we're standing, we make an effort not to round our shoulders forward because it compresses the chest, compresses the lungs, weakens blood flow to and from the brain. So we open on up the shoulders, making goalposts here. We can pull the elbows back, make adjustments as you need to in case you have anything you're caring for in terms of injuries of the rotator cuffs. Anything related, reaching through the fingertips, reaching through your fingertips. Reaching tall. Inhale, feel the rib cage lift. Exhale, expel all the air from the lungs. You're going to feel your torso stretch some more. Maintain that lift as you inhale. Push that breath out once more. Pull that breath in. Let's keep this going for a bit. So we're still reaching through the fingertips with a good extension in the arms. But loose enough so the shoulders are still drawn back. They're not squishing into the neck or squishing forward. So we're working the diaphragm, working the abs. The abs help the diaphragm lift when they pull under the ribs. When we expand the belly, stretching the abs with the inhale, the diaphragm comes down. This starts to energize the body. Moving the breath, blood's flowing easier through the extended body. Exhaling it down. We'll take it down on the back. Haven't done this one in a while. This was a popular one in my live classes, which I can't wait to get back to. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Bicycle movement. But we're focusing on full extension of the legs. When we're biking, we typically have our knees bent to prevent knee injury. Here, that pedal can't pull us past our natural range of motion. So we can make that full extension moving in the ankles. Adjusting the tilt of your pelvis. to keep the back comfortable. Your navel should be drawn down toward the floor. The tip of the tailbone very slightly lifted. Your pelvis in the front, waistline slightly tilted toward the stomach. So we can keep the middle back and lower back on the ground. Spine is grounded here. I can't shove my hand underneath my back because my back is pressing the floor. The whole juxtaposition of this movement is focused on getting that middle back on the floor. This is a great opportunity to align the spine because the head is on the floor as well. The shoulders are on the floor. Remember those shoulders drawn back. This allows us to lengthen these muscles in front and reverse any effects of hunching forward that we might do through our habits when we're sitting, when we're driving, and also when we're biking. Posture is very important no matter what activity we're doing. When we come to a stop, drawing the knees to the chest, encircling the legs with the arms, lifting the tailbone now. A loose fold candle breath works well here, or we can breathe through the nose, or we can use ujjayi breathing, that's squeezing the back of the throat like when we sigh, in order to prevent the breath from going too fast, but also allowing us to pull and push the breath strongly to keep that air moving. We keep the fold of the body loose enough to allow full breathing pattern. This allows the spine to relax after pressing the floor consciously, because it's touching the floor due to the curve we make in the back here. This is also going to help your digestive system and help unblock your first chakra. That's our survival energy center. And when it gets blocked, we can feel like we don't belong anywhere. We get a lot of anxiety. We get withdrawn. So it's important to have that energy center open. So inhale 1, 2, 3. Exhale 1, 2, 3. Let's do that one more time. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. And just taking the feet straight up. Make a T with the arms. Pushing the sky like we had a weight on our feet and we're lifting that weight, extending the legs. Once again, you feel the middle back grounded. You feel the tailbone lift off of your mat. Pull your shoulders back toward the floor. That's going to make for a greater challenge in keeping that spine grounded. It's going to work with the natural curve of your spine, conditioning your muscles correctly. Exhale, fold. Little bit of a challenge here in Navasana, the boat pose. Taking the arms out. Now the most important thing here is a nice long spine and avoiding hunching. I would rather your feet stayed on the ground and we had a nice long, tall posture here, rather than have the feet way up in the air and be hunching like this. Bad for the spine, bad for the neck. We can also support ourselves here, but make sure your legs push the hands if you're supporting yourselves here, or you will fall right over. Long candle breath works well here. We have options here. We can touch the toes down in boat pose. We can bring one leg up and work on our abs that way. We want to work on them nice and long. Let's practice switching off. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Beautiful, fabulous. Take it down. Give those abs a little break. The familiar Kundalini warm-up movement we've done in a lot of my classes and on some of my videos recently. Check out my YouTube channel, Vincent Gerbino. My videos are all there. I am also on Vimeo. Check them out there. Any video that's posted on Facebook as of now is free. So you can view them as many times as you want and share them. Feel free to donate if you can, but no pressure. Let's act like we're putting pressure on a wall with our hands, though. We're pushing forward, but we are keeping some lift in those bottom front ribs, so we're not yanking on the spine. We have some lift there. It relieves the spine, so we could push on that wall. All right, let's bring it down. Bring it on up. Step it into down dog. Take a look at your hip and your knee and your ankle. We want those lined up. Just like when we're standing, the ankle, knee, and hip are stacked. We're essentially stacking them the same way. So your feet, your heels are hip width apart. Toes hip width apart. In our down dog. Let's get that right foot airborne and lunge it forward. Feeling the power. Feeling strong this morning, this afternoon, this evening, whenever we're watching this. Forget that I'm not live. Inhale. Exhale. Set your own pace. The movement is driven by the hips, the glutes, the lower abs, and the inner thighs. Kundalini warrior, or mobile warrior, warrior goddess, it's also called. Kundalini warrior goddess. Feeling the power in here. The navel's drawn toward the spine. The lifting being done by the glutes, and the inner hips, the inner thighs, with the help of those lower abs. Little lunging warrior indicate our victory. Let's get back here. Let's get that left foot airborne so we can do that again. Lunging forward. Exhale up, the help in the stomach. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. 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 We can add a Kundalini chant if we want. Hari. Ha. Hari. Ha. Hari. Feeling strong. We burned through almost half this routine already. We might be burning a little bit in the glutes, in the thighs. Keep it strong. Bring it down. Back to down dog. Let's take it down all fours. Knees under hips. Feet and knees hip width apart. Wrists under shoulders. Option for wrists. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Full movement in the pelvis with those glutes, with those inner hips, inner thighs, helping with the lower abs. Lower abs, inner hips, and glutes. I call that your other core. Let's add a bit more power. Let's get energized. Before we get ready to slow it down for our work poses to finish our routine. Right knee to the chest. Inhale. Hari. 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 Back to cat and cow. Hips are still active, inside and out. Glutes, lower abs. Left knee to the chest. Inhale. Ha, hurry, 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 ha, hurry. Awesome. Cat and cow. Moving into mobile thunderbolt to slow things down. Traditional thunderbolt. We sit still. It's a meditative pose. We are moving meditation here. Candle breath here. Nasal breath. Ujjayi breath. Take your pick. We can do the Ujjayi breath through the nose. Remembering our yoga block. If it's not comfortable to kneel, put that yoga block there. Help yourself out. We're cruising, we're slowing the breath down. I expel what's stale and what it's time to let go of. Whatever I let go of can't hold me. I trust the universe to offer what I need and what I seek. So taking in, bring it in. I accept my gifts without guilt or hesitation. What gifts I am meant to receive, I shall receive. With gratitude and without guilt. And we've slowed things down. Let's take it into a table. Flat spine, so like we're flattening the spine up and keeping it there. Getting ready for twisted sunburn. Remembering we have strap if we need to give ourselves a little help with reach. Picking up the right leg. Left knee's under left hip. Swinging back the left hand. We catch that foot in hand. Or just lift that foot up as if we're lifting a weight. Otherwise, we catch the foot in hand and kick. Can use the strap for reach. Kicking strongly, stretching the abs, still active in those abs, pulling the navel slightly upward. That prevents the back from caving in back there, prevents the spine from collapsing into itself. So the back stays the same length, it does not shorten. We lengthen our abs as we extend into the pose. Bring it down, little Marjorie, little cat pose. Inhale. Exhale, holding the cat. Inhale. Exhale, holding the cat. Flatten the back. Extending the left foot. Picking up the right hand and swinging it back. Kicking your left foot toward your body. We can hold like this and pretend we're lifting a weight with the left foot. Or we can catch the left foot in the right hand. Lifting, lifting, lifting. Kicking as we lift. The thigh lifts actively. We're not just passively yanking it into the air. And this free foot kicks into the floor to help support you. Coming up, coming up, coming up. Lifting, lifting, lifting. Getting that wicked stretch in the quads and in the stomach. Bring it down. Little cat and cow, that's pretty intense. Now our down dogs and our sunbird, our twisted sunbird, did a lot to stretch the legs. So we're stopping that, which makes your legs longer, and that's going to loosen up the knee joint. Now a knee joint that gets too loose can start to twist where we don't want it to. That's why our warrior pose is so important. It's why you find it in almost every yoga class. Now you're standing at the top of your mat, so I'm just turning to show you this. Feet are hip width apart. When we step into our warrior, we're still observing that distance and that alignment with the hips. So we step back, left heel, aligned with the knee, aligned with the hip. So I can push through my hip, right through my left heel. My toes spin out. Most important focal point in our warrior is not letting the knee on this front foot go past the ankle. Doesn't matter if I'm up here or way down here, but we want to keep that knee over the ankle and not let it drift out, not let it drift in. Right over the ankle so we can push through the heel. When we set the toes down, we can push behind the toes. Little warrior 2. Candle breath working well here. I can do ujjayi breath 2. Nasal breath. Let's spin it forward. Victorious warrior. Hands aligned with the crown of the head. If we're going into a back bend, we're lifting those front ribs, preventing the spine from collapsing. Holding the pelvis, using the glutes, the hips on the inside and the outside, and the inner thighs. Bring it down, step it up, and we'll step it back, bringing it into our warrior stance on the other side. So we got the hip aligned with the ankle, able to push from the heel through the leg, push from the hip through the leg to the heel, and in front, this knee over the ankle, not going side to side, not going forward. It's okay if we need to do this, because our hips may not be ready to go down here yet, and we do not want to force that. Just don't let this knee go past the ankle. So doing warrior 2, 2 hands extended. Warrior 1, 1 big extension overhead, the hands will come together. Lifting those front ribs, a little tightening of the glutes. Nice and strong. We'll bring it down. Stepping it up. Here at the tops of your mats, I'm just coming to face you in our humble mountain pose. Hands in Anjali Mudra where we started when we were sitting. Inhaling 1, 2, 3. Exhaling 1, 2, 3. This is like an active meditation break. If you're going into more yoga, maybe a run, a bike ride, or any kind of workout, this will leave you energized, balanced, mind connected with the body. Acknowledging our strength. Taking the hands overhead, reaching through your fingertips. Sweeping your hands down. Back to Anjali Mudra. We'll finish it up with Vrikshasana, the tree pose. So weight goes to your left foot, your left knee is bendy. Spinning the right knee out, picking it on up. Your standing leg pushes your foot and your foot pushes back equally. Just like I'm pushing my hands together. They push off each other equally. Looking ahead, not down. Maintaining steady breath. Coming down. Spinning your left knee out. Bringing your left foot up. Feeling peaceful power. Looking ahead, not down. Steady breath. Bringing it down. Many thanks, everyone, for joining me. Looking forward to more postings this week and getting a schedule of postings. I'll be in touch. May your day, evening, have many blessings. Namaste.